full screen this. Yeah.
So what am I looking at there?
So these are two of our synths in our lab currently. This is our second generation and third generation models, and they're just running through some of the motion tests. So this is just showing some of the smooth motions that they can do, and it's safe to interact with these robots, so you can they won't hurt you if you get in the way.
Wow, that is pretty impressive. Everyone, so I'm joined by Suzanne Gilbert, the founder of Sanctuary AI. And I have to be honest, I was so excited to meet you because I'm a big fan of what you're doing. So maybe tell folks a little bit about Sanctuary, what you guys are doing, and what you're passionate about, because it's truly amazing.
Yeah, so Sanctuary is a company. We build ultra-human-like robots and try and create human-like minds for those robots using various kinds of AI techniques. And I'm passionate about how the mind works, what intelligence is, and how we can actually build intelligence in the future to help us solve some of the problems that we have.
So in some of the videos that I watched, you talk about how you're designing robots the way you are. Instead of kind of the concept that we have of robot, very abstract, let's say in some ways, you're making them, look a little bit more like humans. So maybe talk about that concept of the synth.
Yeah, so we build these robots we call synths, short for synthetic human. And the concept is that the world is designed for humans, including all the social interactions that we have with other people. So if you have a robot that looks more like a human, it's actually better adapted and designed for the environment that we all live in. So most robots today work in industrial factories. They're not very safe to be around. They're extremely heavy. Humans don't want to get near them at all. So we're looking at robots that can actually work very closely with people, can be very safe to interact with, even helping people, lifting people, working with elderly people and things like that. And we design them to look like humans because they can then use everything that humans use in the world, all the same tools as us, the same devices, but also they have well-developed social interaction cues as well. So we can make them have expressions that allow people to understand what the robot is thinking, whether it's confused, whether it understands the situation fully, and things like that. So we're looking at both the social interaction side of things and the functional object manipulation and understanding side of things.
Amazing. And you have a synth called Nadia?
Yeah, one of them's called Nadine.
Nadine.
One's called Kira. We have a few different ones.
That's fantastic. Awesome. And how did you get started in AI? You come from an engineering background, right?
Yeah, I was originally a physicist and an electronic engineer, and I kind of got into AI weirdly through quantum computing. Oh, wow. So my degree and PhD was in quantum physics, and I joined a quantum computing company, and they were actually applying some of their computing technology to AI problems. So that's how I first got hooked into AI and started learning all about machine learning and deep learning models, and then I wanted to put it in robots because I'd always loved robots and electronics.
And as you look at 5 to 10 years into the future, why does the work you're doing right now matter?
Well, I think it matters on several different dimensions. So one of them is just being able to bottle intelligence and have that on tap. So some people are worried about AI is becoming super intelligent, but I actually think it's better to have more intelligence in the world. I think it helps us solve problems, it helps us communicate better with each other, so there's that side of things. But also there's a lot of shifting demographics, especially in developed countries now where there's an aging population. So I think in the next couple of decades we're going to need more robots to help look after people, help people with chores, help around the house, this kind of thing. And I don't want them to be these kind of cold machines with no heart and people remain lonely. I actually want them to be social companions that can, talk to people, have the same interests as people, and engage with them on a deeper social level.
That's fantastic. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
So do you think that synthetic humans, or the types of robots you're working on, will they make us more human?
I think they will force us to understand what it means to be human more. It's like when something new comes into the world that's never existed before, it causes you to question concepts around that. So when the car arose, it was like, what does it mean now that we can, get from city to city quickly and things like this? When computers came into our lives, it's like, what does it mean now that we have things that can calculate faster than we can? So I think when we have synthetic humans, I think that causes us to ask questions like, what does it mean to be human? What is a human mind? What are some of the deep philosophical questions behind mind and consciousness and things like this? So I don't see it as a threat to humanity. I see it as a mirror that's held up to our civilization that allows us to ask deep questions about ourselves.
Thank you.
No problem. So this is our next generation human-like hand. It's covered in sensors underneath, and it's got this skin on it to make it safe to interact with and to cover the sensors and keep everything safely inside there.
It's truly fantastic.
After lunch at 2 o'clock.